The earthquake that hit Syria, in addition to the death and injury of thousands of people, caused material losses exceeding $5 billion, a high cost that further aggravates the plight of the Syrian people as a result of the war and the blockade. From Aleppo, our correspondent Hisham Wanus expands on the details.
Sitting on the street near a campfire to protect himself from the winter cold after having lost his home in the Bustam al-Sahir neighborhood in the city of Aleppo, old Adel sadly watches his neighbors, survivors of a building that collapsed in the earthquake, as they search through the rubble of their homes for the remains of their destroyed possessions, items, objects, and personal documents. A painful image that, besides the attachment of these affected families to their memories, reflects the difficult situation they live in, not only because of the effects of the earthquake, but also because of the acute need that has been accompanied by more than a decade of war and blockade.
It is very tragic and very painful because we were fine, living in our homes, and suddenly we are on the street because our building collapsed. And as you can see, the residents of the building are looking through the rubble for their children's books that went to school, their personal belongings, and some of their belongings that could be of some use, because life must go on. The first impression has been strong, but now it is bigger, because as residents of this neighborhood, we are aware that we have lost everything. All the work of many years disappeared. 40 or 50 years of work to have a house. We have lost not only our homes, but also the goods, the tranquility and security.
Not far away, in the nearby Al-Masharaka neighborhood of Aleppo, old Amira, together with her son and 3 granddaughters, lives in her apartment, which lost its facade because of cracks and structural damage caused by the earthquake. Like her neighbors, she is demanding the lifting of the Western coercive measures and hopes that reconstruction will begin soon so that her life can return to its normal course.
During the tremor, we ran out to the street in the rain and cold. We went out with our clothes on. It was something incredible that I cannot explain. I only know our house is now severely damaged, as well as the whole building, but I cannot leave it. I don't want to be anywhere else but here. Thank God we're safe.
Hopefully, the government will guarantee temporary housing for these homeless families, and we are grateful that they are working on removing the rubble to start rebuilding. What you see here is but a sample of the great destruction the earthquake caused in the other suburbs and the neighborhoods of Aleppo.
Meanwhile, authorities evacuated hundreds of damaged buildings for demolition as part of an ongoing debris removal process in Aleppo and other provinces. This work paves the way for the rehabilitation and construction work that the country's authorities promised to carry out with the support of friendly countries, which have diligently offered a helping hand to the Syrian people in the face of this natural catastrophe. After 12 years of terrorist foreign-imposed war, the Syrian people are now suffering the repercussions of the earthquake. Yet, they resist and choose to live, determined to move forward and restore the splendor of their country.
Hisham Wanus, teleSUR, Aleppo, Syria.